Hi and good morning, everyone. How are you doing? So I want to talk about a little bit what happened today. Well, you'll see this on Tuesday, but I'm making this Monday night. When I tried to get on my computer around 7:30 yesterday, it just would not turn on, would not turn on, would not turn on. And if you remember during orientation, and I'm sure everyone has done this, we have backup plans. So I have another computer in my house. So I'm thinking, all right, my school computer is just acting crazy. Literally would not turn on for a half hour. It's acting crazy. I'm going to try my other computer. So I get my other computer, log in. It will not. I get to the OLS sign-in page. I put my username and password, and nothing happens. Nothing. It just won't spin. It won't do anything. So I'm trying this. I'm trying this. I'm trying this. So now I'm like, all right, I need a tech ticket. I got to talk. I had to call tech support because I couldn't get them online. I couldn't even send an email at this point. My phone wasn't letting me send emails to Agora places. It was the absolute craziest day. So I then have another backup plan, because I want to make sure I see you guys. So I go to the library because this way I probably won't be able to talk in the lessons, but at least I could be in there and kind of show you guys what's going on. So as I go to the library, my library is closed for Columbus Day. And then I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I could do a little bit of things from my phone. I was able to send some messages, and I finally got the afternoon classes canceled. So I apologize about everything that happened today. I have a new computer coming tomorrow or the next day. So hopefully tomorrow I will be home. I'm praying that he said he sent it right away yesterday, this morning, when we figured out we couldn't fix my computer. So hopefully I have a new one soon, and that solves that. What I'm going to do now is just go through today's lesson that you should have had. All the lessons are updated in the class plan now. This was in your class content. I just didn't attach it to the days. And the good news is, you guys will be excited about this, we do not have homework this week. Hooray! There's a lot of people missing other homeworks. I'm going to try to open them up. So, lesson 2, I'm sorry, unit 2, lesson 12, is separate but unequal. So let's see what we have in store for today. Expectations. We're not going to do this because it's just me. We're going to go over. We would have went over some terms from the first half of Unit 2. Boss Tweed, Billy Boss, Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, immigrants, and suffrage. I know you know all these. Boss Tweed, the mob boss from New York City. Mark Twain, the famous author, first celebrity, him in his white suit. Immigrants leave one place to go live at another. And suffrage, the fight for the right to vote. Today we're talking about Jim Crow and Plessy versus Ferguson. Our essential questions was Jim Crow laws and how they had a negative effect on our country, and what happened in Plessy versus Ferguson. So, in the South, after the Civil War, slaves were free, but they weren't treated as if they were free. There was this thing called segregation, which said that, as you see on the board here, colored only, by police or colored waiting room, colored. This means there was certain entrances for colored people, African Americans, separate places for white people. All right. So they had privileges. They could vote, they could go to school, but it wasn't as good as it should be. So in this class, in this section, this lesson, we're talking about Reconstruction. So that's rebuilding the Civil War, the South after the Civil War. The whole lesson revolves around segregation. The practice of setting apart and forcing certain people based on groups of race or religion. There could be segregation on lots of different things. In this case, it was based off race, based off of, skin color. And the Jim Crow laws. Now, Jim Crow isn't necessarily a person, but more a common name for the segregation laws, where it said there needed to be separate but equal, but it was never ever equal. It was separate. There was black schools, there was white schools, but it was never equal. And these are signs that you would see in the South. Like, think about it. How would this make you feel? You can't drink at the same water fountain as someone else. They're hiring, but only for white. Like, if this sign went up today, oh my God, these things are unheard of. So it's sad that this stuff ever happened, but at least in today's day and age, this would never happen. This is craziness. Thankfully, even theaters, even going to a movie, there was theaters for white people and theaters for black people. Just crazy. So we're going to talk about what it was like, and based off those pictures, not very good. You felt singled out. You felt different than everyone else. In a place where everyone's supposed to be equal, you're feeling different. You know, like it just doesn't make sense. Now, this Plessy versus Ferguson case is one of the saddest things that we have to talk about. Maybe most frustrating, but totally sad. Homer Plessy was arrested for sitting in a white section of a train. When he went and fought this, he said he had rights. The court justice, the Chief Justice Fuller, ruled, and the Chief Justices of the court ruled 8-1 that the segregation laws were okay. Our highest court of people said that it was okay to have separate but equal. And they would say separate but equal. They knew it wasn't equal. They just said that to get the things passed, which is so frustrating. All right. So there's a video in the lesson. I can't show it now, but I will send it out when I email you. You can watch the video. And this segregation was widespread. And this is a really cool cartoon to kind of show you the separate but equal. It was separate. There was white water fountains and black water fountains, but this is what the white people had compared to what the black people had. This is just showing water fountains. This was the same for movie theaters. This was the same for schools, for bathrooms, for everything. It was separate and not equal at all. There was also lots and lots of violence. There was mob murders, people murdering African American people because they were mad, because they were super racist. And as you see, I don't know if I can move myself here. I'm trying to move out of the way of the graphic. But these are the fatalities of mob murders in the South. 1 to 9 murders in these northern states. And as you go further south, more and more and more mob murders. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So Plessy versus Ferguson was when the courts ruled that it was okay to have separate but equal. And segregation is what happened in the United States, that everything would be separate, but it was equal and fair system. That is false. It was not fair. It was separate. They said it was equal, but it was anything but. Jim Crow was a name for the segregation laws. It's not a person that we're going to learn about. When you hear Jim Crow, it's the common name for these segregation laws. So, some cool websites. There is no homework. I don't know what time the computer is going to get here tomorrow. I'm hoping it comes in the morning. So if it's not here by a certain time, I will log in and cancel classes. I just wanted to make this video so at least you guys know what's going on. And hopefully my new computer gets here and we'll be back to normal. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments and I'll be able to check. Take care. Have a great day, guys. Again, I'm so sorry about today. Hopefully we get everything fixed. Take care.